So why did it say upcoming? Okay, hello. Okay, hello. Perfect. Good morning. Sorry, I had to check and make sure my volume was working because for whatever reason it was not. Welcome in, welcome in. We will be doing the air signs today. Hmm. I'm just giving a minute. Hi, Maya. How are you? One more day, and then it's rest time. How are you? I'm doing air signs. Maybe I'll start with the Aquarius. You're Aquarius, right? Would you like me to start with yours? I'm pretty sure it was Aquarius, you said. If I forget, I apologize. But yes, okay. So how about just for you today? I will start with Aquarius. I have so many cards out of control. I'm out of control. I can't even be sad about it. So I bought this thing um, for my daughter. Yeah, I'm going to start, but this is just my little chit chat first. This little ball, it's actually, I'm loving it. But because Grace has been having trouble with writing and her muscle, she struggles with controlling the fine motor. This has been a game changer. She really, really likes it. I like it too, but she's starting to use it more, and we're seeing change, and that's pretty exciting. So give me just 1 minute. Quarius. Learning how to spell today, so work with me. Good morning, guys. Welcome in. I have to be very careful with my time, so we can still get it all done, but I have to leave by 1:30, and I cannot mess around. So the time starts going crazy, it may be a cut short live, but hopefully not. Hopefully I can get it fairly quick with not too many distractions. As much as I want to say hi to everybody, I also want to get it out for everybody so that when I do these, I want to make sure that I'm getting the information out and people aren't waiting around all day, right? I know that's why you said surgery tomorrow, so why not have a great message going in today? Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Have a good message, some peace, a reminder of exactly what you got to do to keep yourself happy, joyful, and not worried about all the other stuff. So this will be the perfect way to do it. So for my Aquarius, I know you're not scared. I'm the wuss. 100% I'm the wuss. I've never had surgery ever. I've had 3 kids. That was the scariest thing, really. A few stitches, things like that, but broken ribs, broken leg, things like that. But of course you can do this. But it's one of those things that I think of surgery and I get scared. It's just because I've never dealt with it, right? So we're not gonna. What am I in? 5 minutes. Yeah, we're not gonna be scared about it, but at the same time, I recognize I would be. So you're brave as can be, and it's amazing, and it's good to look at it like that because you go in it stronger, smarter, better, and then you know how to relax, rest, and heal afterwards. Can I have one gratitude for my Aquariuses for the month of April? That's the one, eh? Let's see. The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. It's for my kidney that's blocked. Yeah, I remember you told me that. So listen, this is, I think, directly for you. The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. So when you try to push yourself forward or think, that's fantastic. That's exactly the way you're supposed to be. But remember, Don't be pushing to rush back to work and getting your drawing and going online. Focus on healing, resting, and giving yourself that love. Take the time to relax and unwind before bed. That would be tonight, but every night it should be without your phone or other media. Read a book, journal your thoughts on the day, or simply sit outside with the quiet in the night sky. Do your best to avoid screen time during this relaxation time. That means relax, do what you got to do, but reflect on the day, on how things went, good, bad, ugly, what's coming for tomorrow, what to focus on, how to stay mentally happy, ready to go, good to go. That is the best thing you can do. And when you do it every day, that's how things work out better. I'm grateful for Tiff. Thank you. Oh, someone said shut up. Welcome, Waffles Pancakes. Such a friendly name with such a nasty mouth. That's okay. Thank you, Amaya. I don't worry about these people. None of them can hurt my feelings. You don't have to ever worry. I'm laughing though. Such a nice name, and then you have such a nasty mouth. Why are you telling people to shut up? That's not a nice thing to say to anybody. Behave yourself. You're more than welcome here, but if you're mean to my people, then you gotta go. It's okay. We don't argue. We let people come, we let them stay as long as they're nice. Don't say that. Don't get upset, Amaya. It's okay. Praise, flow, and change, night and the pulse of day. When you walk through your home today, thank each and every corner of the space for all its silent witnessing of who you are. And it's true. Those four walls, everything in here has witnessed you're good, you're bad, you're ugly. It doesn't tell anybody. It doesn't beat you up. It just witness it. And when you learn to witness that for yourself, it's a lot easier to change those things. Learning to observe, learning to understand. That's how we create absolute change, right? Never worry. Amaya, I know you love to defend people. And it's such an honorable thing. But you also have to understand that when you're in the business of teaching people how to love themselves, and how to be kind and compassionate always, that means we have to be kind and compassionate always too. That doesn't mean we don't speak what we have to say. That doesn't, but we just have to do it in a manner that says, listen, you can be here, you're more than welcome, but if you're disrespectful, then uh, there is a boundary. It's learning to have those boundaries, but do it nicely. You do it with kindness, but you can still hold them firm, right? And I've learned that nothing I do in this world or nothing someone says to me is going to hurt my feelings. I have overcome more things than you can possibly imagine. Oh, I know. I'm not giving you trouble. I'm just letting you know. Never have to worry about getting upset about things like that. If we get, that's giving your power away, right? When you have your own power and you have your own authority, you don't worry. Like this is my space, right? Just how you come in and everyone else comes in. Um, they get a warning. You say it nicely, and then that's it. How do you say your name? How about I just say Sam? Welcome, welcome. How am I doing today? I'm doing fantastic. How are you? We have the portal. Yeah, I'm not upset, am I at all? I'm just letting you know you never have to worry about that, because when it's my space, I don't worry, because people are gonna come. When you do things from kindness, you tend to trigger people, the meanness in people. So you have to either learn to be kind regardless, or fight back. And I did the fighting back for years. Now I'm just like, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. You're not going to hurt my feelings either way, because I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. And that's what matters. So the portal, and this is the time. This is why it matters, why you got to take that extra time and reflect, because we're all portals. And when we start to understand that, we create space for ourselves. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning, especially in April. Do you know all the planetary stuff going on right now? Just saying. The timing is right. The universe is saying yes. You have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. Which country is that I'm in? I'm in Canada. Where are you? You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. You're in flow. Amaya, that's good. That's really good. Stay in that space. Stay in that flow state because that's where the magic really, really happens. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you have been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into the new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. Amen. Yeah, look at all your art and stuff. You got a lot of things starting to come. Your community is growing and it's fantastic. From Uganda, welcome, welcome. I bet it's beautiful there. What would you most like to experience? So when you're doing your reflecting, each day, each evening, I should say, but any time of the day, reflect on how the day went, how you're feeling. Take that time and use that time to think of what you want to create. Dream it into being, understanding, get really, really into the feel of it. Well, how is it going to make you feel? What are you going to experience? Those are the things that really allow you to create big change. Yeah, you're in the United States, eh? Where in the U.S.? I lived in the U.S. in Colorado and in Florida for 10 years. And then for my Aquariuses, what's going on in the moon signals? That's the one, eh? Gemini, communications, right? You're learning how to communicate what it is you want. You're learning, you're connecting with your community, your own community, right? Reaching out to new ones, but feeling great today, keeping my mind busy. Don't keep it too busy so it's chaotic. Learn to focus. It's okay to communicate whatever you need. Hi, Fabrics. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're doing Aquarius right now. Specialty for Amaya because she has her surgery tomorrow, and I wanted to get her some good love, some good support, and some things to focus on. Even though she is a fearless champ and is not worried, that's fantastic. Give her something good to focus on, and that's pretty exciting. I hope you're doing well. That's the one. Starseed, what lights you up? Okay, so you're going to spend this time, and that's what it feels like. Aquarius, you're focusing on what lights you up, what actually drives you. You're understanding that to do the things that you want to do, you've got to connect and you got to understand and then you got to trust it. I just flipped right past it. Oh, I lied. There it is. I'm happy and nervous. Look for me job there. I can't look for a job for you there. That's you. I have to look for my own work, do my own things, build my own business, do this. I have my own responsibilities and I do them wholeheartedly. But those kind of things, that's on you. That's called personal authority and personal accountability. And that's all I talk about here. So if that's all I talk about and then I go and do everything for everyone, I'm not even following what I say. Empowerment doesn't mean I give you something. It means I teach you how to do something, right? So you can do it for yourself. And that's the difference between enabling and empowerment. I'm happy and nervous. Yeah, but you got this. I already know. And when you stay focused on this stuff, it's gonna be smooth sailing. Starseeds are souls with a double mission to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out and that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you are a starseed and you're being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life and feel there is something more and to get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet, in hospitals and schools, in slums and mansions, on stages and in edit suites, in parks and nightclubs, in taxis and theme parks. Many starseeds spend part of their lives trying to fit in or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it is time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share. And treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. Amen. Um, Tiff, I'm brave because God watches over me and my loving YouTube fam. 100%. And you have a very supportive community. You've built it. You've worked hard to build it. That's something you should be extremely proud of. They show up. They're looking out for you. And they're there for the good, the bad, the ugly, and that is exactly what anyone could hope for in a community. I'm extremely grateful. My community may be smaller than yours, but look how y'all show up for me. Look how y'all show up. Yesterday, so many showed up, and it was just they were collecting receipts though. That's a Goga thing. Goga, I see you. No, I'm just playing. And then Trini made this beautiful song for me, and I'm clipping the videos now. I'm going to try and create something to go with it. But when I tell you the way people show up in such grace and such kindness, uh, the communities here, they are amazing and they just keep growing. And they may grow a little slower, but the reason they're growing slower is because we're getting people that align with us. We're not just getting people from anywhere, we're getting people that actually show up that align. I'm extremely grateful to know you, as am I you. The It's not a one-way street, honey. You're my buddy. I appreciate you more than you know. Your drawings are beautiful. Your light, your kindness, and the way you support others, it shows. It really, really shows. You should be proud of yourself. All right, can I have a moonology for my Aquariuses for the month of April? How are these moons aligning? How's it going? I just shouldn't even say that because the planetary is going crazy. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, you're dreaming big. You're staying focused on all the stuff. You're going in for your surgery tomorrow. You see what it's doing, right? It's ending that tough cycle. No more worry, no more stress. Time to heal and time to focus on the things that you want to build and grow and achieve. And that's pretty damn exciting, I gotta say. Where's my other one? Okay, I'm making sure I have them all. This one is for the collective, but I think there's a lot of this for you specifically, Amaya. And I think it has to do with your drawings and your art and your community and all the things that you're building, because you have a lot of things going on and you're doing so well. And that's the stuff to focus on. So even if you get a little worried, a little nervous, yes, inspiring others. That's it. That's exactly what we have to do, right? That's our complete joy. You inspire others. You share your beautiful gift of drawing. You love to do it. You hang out. You support others. You learn the people behind their channels too, which is, to me, I always considered it connecting, but Red explained it very, very well yesterday when he was talking about it. He can just connect people anywhere, but he says, okay, I want to get to know the you behind your channel. And I kind of, in my own mind, I thought it was the same thing. Connecting was learning that, but you got. I'll read them both because they're small. But it's the root chakra, and that's your stability, that's your structure, that's your safety. Okay, and then there's the fire, right? The fire that keeps you going. These are both good, and it matters because you need this to be right, to have that fire so it doesn't burn you, right? Or others around you. If this isn't stable, then you're going to have trouble here, right? But when you align them both together, That safety, it empowers you to get the action done. Did you listen to my theme art song? No. Is it? Did you post it? I will have to look. Was it recent? Root chakra. All right. Foundations, grounding, basic needs, survival, physical identity, responsibilities, the place where we build our lives, and then time and nature. It's on your channel. I don't know. I'm going to have to go check. I think maybe I did, but it would have been a while ago. Let me go check. I will check after this. This image speaks of finding home within yourself, not just the four walls, in yourself. A sense of deep inner peace and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here, you can be released from the grips of survival into a place of thriving. There is trust, connection to community, and you can rely on others and joyfully understand your responsibilities in turn. You are held and have strong foundations for all aspects of life. With your guard down, you have the tools to ride the waves if you need. Everything is okay. Spend time in nature. Sit or stand barefoot in nature. I talk about this all the time. It's called Glow Together. Okay, I will go check it out. I will make sure I look for it. Uh, Barefoot in nature and feel your roots merging with the earth beneath you. Consider your founding beliefs if they no longer serve you. It may be time to reconsider your priorities or the foundations you live your life by. Be aware of any recurring patterns that may be holding you back. And then we have fire. And this one is, well, this is me through and through. Look, I flipped right to it. Duality, creation, kundalini, the rising phoenix, bringing conflict into harmony, intensity, transformation, the incredibleness of being alive, coalescence, and infinite energy. When this is good, this rises just like the phoenix. This raises you up, keeps you going, and gives you the energy, the drive. That fire becomes creation, what I teach about in my Alchemy of Motion. It's beautiful. We live in a dualistic world of light and dark, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. Focusing only on light can repress your shadows. Bringing both sides into balance and being real with our humanness allows us to reach more joy, authenticity, and depth. By accepting and loving all ourselves as we truly are, we can extend more of this love and have a deeper compassion with others. This painting portrays the balanced dance of creation. The greater the distance of separation, of duality, the greater the density. As the dragons come together, they dissolve into one with all that is. In this place of coalescence, the fusion brings both sides together in oneness, not just as a remerging with the universe, but in an alchemical process of being the empowered creator force that we are. And this is your passion, your motivation, destruction, power, illumination, determination, inner light, forging forward, and transformation. It's all of it at once. And it gets really out of whack when this is out of whack. So that safety, that security, that passion, you need to stay focused on that. Understand that there's no more survival. We're in thriving, we're healing, we're doing all the things. Azos, welcome. Good morning. We're doing Aquarius right now. I'm gonna leave them on top, and then look at the bottom of the deck, third eye chakra. You're coming into alignment. That's really what it is, Aquarius. You're starting to understand, to feel safe, to thrive, to do all those things. You have to strive purposefully to, at the end of the day, find those moments of reflection, the moment of balance and peace and understanding for yourself. And that's how you're going to grow into your dreams. And that's literally what it feels like. You're growing into your dreams. And that's pretty cool. You're understanding how to get there and come back to it each and every time, which is pretty exciting. Can I have 17, pardon me, The Void, 2002. Empowerment, group, growth, friendship, relaxation, joy, openness, exploration, balance. You have more control over your life than you realize. Pursue your interests and take action to transform your circumstances. Things will improve with time. You'll have plenty of opportunities to make new friends. So relax, have fun, and open up. Step outside and embrace the world around you. That void, that stillness at the end of the day, the sitting with, is where you find that security, that safety, and that balance, right? That's where you find this. And when you find this, it lights up that fire and it brings you up and it raises everything, raises you out of the negativity and puts you right in the top, right? It aligns you with your highest timeline. It may be one at a time and it may take time and there may be many ascensions along the way, but each time you do, it shows that you show up just that way for yourself, and it's beautiful. How are you? Okay, can I have an affirmation for my Aquarius? Owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Amen. And you got one more. Attacking others is an attack on myself. I choose to release this now. And the reason this one is, which is really hard, work, play, live. How are you? Welcome, welcome. The reason this one matters is when we think of something like attacking others, obviously we're not physically attacking them. We're not going out trying to ruin their lives. But when you think about things, for example, comparison, things like that. Naveen, welcome, welcome. We're just about to finish up Aquarius, and then we'll be doing Gemini and whoever the other one is. My brain is fried. Give me a moment. um, Next will be Gemini. But when you understand that attacking someone else is not actually uh, attacking them, it's when you compare with somebody else. When you become in this competition, it's a one-sided competition. You're not competing with somebody. The only person you should be competing with any day of the week is yourself. Every day, the person you were before. Lillian, East Germany, welcome, welcome. You always simply pretty. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. I have my moments. I have my moments. Welcome. I'm Canada here, so welcome, welcome. We're far away, and it's cool that y'all come in. Uh, I love seeing how far across the globe people come in from. It's pretty exciting, actually. I agree with you. That's why that's all we can do. We compete with ourselves and who we were the day before. And if we show up just a little bit better each day, we are winning. I'm from Canada. Amaya, did you take note of what I said? Do you think you can do a little more reflection, a little more getting excited? I don't buy. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, next, Gemini. I got to write the timestamp. Let's go with 30 minutes. I'm trying to keep it simple so we can keep it. Humans should never be compared. Of course not. We're all priceless. We all have value, even when we are not ready to see it just yet. There's always someone out there that sees value in us. And if not, God does. And if God sees value in us, we need to see ourselves exactly the same way. What do you traditionally eat in Canada? Too much junk food. We eat everything. I'm Canadian, but I lived in the US for 10 years, and culture food is what it is. There's not one staple. It's the joy of being in Canada. It's a melting pot, and you get to learn other people's cultures and their food, and that is the best thing you could ever do. Truly, it is. Okay, for my Geminis, can I have a gratitude? Something to focus on for the month of April. How are we being called to be thankful? These are big cards. Sometimes it takes a minute to get a hold. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. That's by Mark Twain. Take some time before bed to appreciate yourself for who you are. You're on a unique path and you're doing the work. So same with Aquarius. A little different, little tweak. You're reflecting on the things that went well, went bad, all those things. Gemini, you're taking some time to appreciate yourself. So you're learning how to show up differently. Because I think a lot of times we are good at appreciating other people, but learning how to appreciate ourselves takes some actual commitment and some focus. From Europe, Hungary. Cool. All right. Can I have for my Gemini self care? Just one. Don't let my cards get crazy, please. We only want one. We want the self care special of the month. What's going on? How can we show up better? I said one. You wanted to give me two, but you spit out two, so I'll read it. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorns have roses. Amen. You're a Sag. I did. Nope, that'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow is fire signs. So if you come back tomorrow, I'll have it ready for you. Toronto, Canada, here too. I'm in BC. My brother's from Toronto. Think about some recent thorns you've encountered. What are the roses attached to them? And again, that's something that I talk about all the time. Finding the silver lining. There's always a lesson in everything. Every lesson is a blessing because when you learn how to check it and peel it back and understand what it's trying to show you, and that's your information, the emotions, the whole alchemy emotion that I talk about all the time. Uh, is there to understand. It's just when we can change our perspective and when we can see it from a different point of view and understand that it's meant there to teach us. And if we've learned something and can find the positive in it, even in the most negative circumstances, the positive isn't always going to be something that is so wonderful. What it is teaching us sometimes just our endurance, teaching us our resilience. It's reminding us that we can literally overcome anything. Do you like the cold weather? No. I'm a wuss. Mind you, it's BC, so it's been no snow. It's been pretty good this year. So I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Keep the snow over there. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. The ability to change your mind is an incredible gift. Honor it as such. Allow yourself to change your mind about something today and fully enjoy it. Truly, it's the idea that when we change, first of all, many people they get nervous when change comes, right? Like they have a fear of change. So even if the change is going to be good, it doesn't matter. The fear of the unknown creates such a thing. But that's one of those things you're scared of change. But what if the change is the absolute best, right? And then the ability to change your mind. So no matter where you go along the path, at any given moment, you can change your mind and go another direction. And we start practicing that and trusting that it allows a space to truly understand. Saint struggling. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Same as you. I hope you're doing really, really well. Thanks for stopping in. I'm just doing Gemini right now. Um, these are just guidance steps, action steps, ways to show up with more self-love, more gratitude. Because whenever we do any of these and we can put them together and just add them into our daily grind, we create space for ourselves and we allow ourselves to show up a little more authentically, to dream a little bigger, and to make better actions at being better human beings. So these are never about giving you all the answers, but when you learn how to show up with these little extras, you learn how to find the answers that work exactly for you, and that makes a difference. Awesome stuff. The more positive we can get into the world, the better. Amen. Appreciate what you're doing. Thank you. I agree. And it doesn't have to be light, sunshine, and rainbows. I'm not one of those toxic positivity. Now, I will always try to raise the vibration. I'll try to help find those ways, empower you, enlighten people. But I'm not going to be, you have no right to be mad. You have to validate those feelings, because if you don't, you just pack it down, then you end up a kettle. It's a whole thing. That's my Alchemy Emotion series. I have it all there. I have my workshop coming up. It's tomorrow morning. No, not tomorrow, Thursday morning. It's a free workshop, and that's what we talk about is getting clarity, learning how to get unstuck, learning what works for you and how to apply it, because there's a big difference. I can give you all the answers, but if you don't know how to apply them in your life, you you get stuck. And the idea is that you get caught up in what do I do, what do I do, what do I do, and then there's so many options that you don't know what to take, and you end up stuck. And the idea is, I'd rather see you take one step and not be completely happy with it, and learn how to change your mind and understand and empower yourself. Uh, which is it's so much better than to be stuck and never do anything, right? I learned a great quote. We don't learn without first learning how to learn. That's all I talk about. Truly, that's all I talk about. Once you learn yourself, your triggers, how you learn, the things you do, what makes you happy, sad, what patterns you have, uh, you can master anything. Truly. So we got angel number 88, which that is the infinity. That's karma. That's abundance. That's um, the action and reaction. It's the reciprocation, right? Constantly, you get what you put out, no matter what it is. As within, so without. It's the same. That angel number is a big one, and of course, I'm a Leo. All mines are 888. So. Uh, it's always a good thing. Okay, angel number 88. This is for my Geminis. Also, it could be duality as part of it too. We know Geminis are very duality, and that's a constant struggle. I don't want to say struggle. It's a constant thing to master the balance, right? And once we learn how to understand that, we create a really big space for ourselves. Okay, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations in the divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another's may be to gather women in a circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we are incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. This is the affirmation that comes with it. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seed of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. And the reason it's so important to understand, look at the bottom of the deck. It says, get grounded. We're grounding heaven on earth. Everyone says, when we die, we'll get to heaven. Like, that's the whole thing. But that's the chasing. That's the lack. That's the we have to wait to get there. When we learn to ground that on earth, when we take those feelings and the understanding and the knowledge that we have from our connection with source, when we take that and we ground it here, it doesn't mean we have to be millionaires. It means that we're finding joy in the things that we're doing now. We're happy. We know that if we have a roof over our head, we have food in our belly, we have clothes on our back, we have the ability to take our kids to school, to teach them, to empower them, to help others. We literally have everything we could possibly need. And when we end up chasing and trying to constantly achieve something that we don't need to be chasing, it's not meant for us to chase. We're meant to dream it into being, to do action steps, yes, to get there. We have to put in work. But instead of saying, I need to get this way out there, I need to get that, we're understanding that I'm bringing it into me because I'm doing the work and I'm trusting in myself. And I'm trusting that if I'm doing the right things, God will provide. The universe will show up. It will always come back to me. Paying it forward is something that the people that do believe in it wholeheartedly. And when they share things like that, they do it from the bottom of their soul. And that's why when you give, it should be exactly the same way. No expectations. And it doesn't have to always be gifts or money or any of those things. When you give your time, your knowledge, your wisdom, those are the things that matter, right? What do we got? Emotions are running high and your commitment is being tested. So this is for Gemini. You're learning the balance. You're learning how to understand. You're learning it's okay to change your mind. And changing your mind doesn't mean giving up on what you're doing, right? It's going to test your commitment. How you change your mind doesn't set you apart. It's not going to hinder you. But allowing yourself to change your mind in a pivot could be the difference between staying stagnant and jumping forward, right? Nothing is yet set in stone. You got a whole story here, so I'm going to show you. And then you're very close to achieving your goal. So sometimes it's just a little pivot. Sometimes it's something that says maybe there's still a little bit more to learn. So instead of forcing my way through the hard way, I'm going to take a pause and I'm going to learn this over here that's going to completely jump me. 4114. Whatever you decide will come mirrored back to you. But you have to trust in that. Pardon me. The joy of talking too much for a living. Where did I put them? I just moved my other cards. Oh, right there. I put them too far away. Sorry, guys. Wait, I need longer arms. I need one of these moon ones. The planets this month are going crazy too. I shouldn't say going crazy, but there's a lot of stuff going on. So the reason when it comes to focusing on these things, to understanding and trusting in your power, is because as these planets are moving throughout the world, there becomes a time in the month or as you in your evolution where it becomes a little easier to focus on just one thing, whether it's dreaming big, learning how to change your mind, putting it into practice, and becoming empowered with it. These small things that seem so silly, but you never do. So when it's time to do that, you get stuck in indecision. So the idea is if you take this time and spend this time, practice doing it. Take a left instead of a right today, on your way home. Stop at a different grocery store. Go for a scenic route. Those are just small ways that you can change your mind, make a different decision, and start seeing, well, that didn't end bad. That was fantastic. I got the scenic route. I got this. I got that. It came out really, really well. Look, I ran into an old friend and I got to visit for a few minutes, right? And then you start teaching yourself, your brain, that change is not bad. Especially when people are kind of afraid of change, especially when you get a little bit older. It's like you kind of settle into that space where it feels safe and comfortable. But we get stuck there and then we get stagnant. And then we don't feel good about our decisions. We make it's a lot harder to step out and be bold in certain things. So these small little practices, when it comes time to make those big important decisions, this is how we make that happen. Practice makes perfect, no matter what it is, right? All right, can I have a moon card for my Geminis for the month of April? What are we looking in the transitions? These cards are big. That's the one, eh? Communications, again. And it's Gemini. That's beautiful. Own your negotiation and relationship skills. Learning how to communicate what you want. And your relationship doesn't have to just be a loving relationship. Your friendships, your work relationships, your business, and your communication with the universe. It's not just one set of communication. But when you understand how to communicate like that, you create space where you can actually create change and trust, and it empowers you because you know how to do it a lot easier. Okay, for my Geminis, what do we got going on here? That's the one. Lost Lands. This one's good. Soul memories. Yeah, your past lives. You're bringing what matters. Let's see what angel number we got here. Angel number 90. That's endings. Getting ready for the new beginnings. Wrapping it up. Getting ready for the new incoming. That's fantastic. I said 90. The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exists within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of the ancient lands that we can learn so we can learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. Cool stuff. I this stuff fascinates me a lot, and it's all about understanding that we are one. And when we get into the collective consciousness, those great ideas, those things that just spark into your mind, they don't come until you can get out of the chaos and get out of the shoulda, woulda, coulda. I need to do need. We don't need. We have everything we need. And we start doing it from curiosity and inspiration. It's going to lead us right to our highest path. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. So, Gemini, you're literally learning how to reflect, make that space, learning how to make decisions without feeling like it's going to be a punishment. So, you're feeling more empowered. You're learning how to empower yourself in the best possible way. Let me see. Yeah, I'll do this one. And that's good because that communication, as much as it is with other people, the communication really, really aligns with you communicating to the universe, speaking your greatness. Hi, Trini. How are you? Thank you so much. You know, I started to make a video. I used InVideo from the Launchpad, and I think I messed up. I think I spent like $30 to make the video, but I learned, and I don't even know if it's going to be good, but I'm going to try to cut it and edit it. It's going to take a little bit, but I'm going to try to make it go with that song. It's so exciting. Lesson learned. But in doing that, it also taught me how to work with some other stuff. So it's not a bad thing because it's a good lesson because I've learned, and I've also learned where I can maneuver here. I learn a little more there, and it's going to be beneficial. But at some point this week or next, hopefully this week, I'm going to get a cool video out to go with the music that you made for me. I'm going to clip it from the live and do a video on it, but I'm going to actually create like a visual AI video to go with it. I'm working on it. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm pretty excited, and it's helping me learn. I'm using it as a fun side project just because that stuff excites me. It's a little learning curve. Yeah, I was like, what did I just do? And why is that? And how can I get that? And yeah, I should have asked more questions, but I was like, let's just try. That's my own not wanting to ever wait. That's just who I am. I'm like, it cost me, but I learned, okay, just one. Look, communication, co-creation. It's literally what I was talking about, and the solar plexus. You're learning your confidence. You're getting the confidence to talk to the universe and say, okay, I trust. If I tell you what it is I want, if I explain to you what it is and leave you be, right? Because I'm going to speak it, and I'm going to do all the action that I can possibly do. And then I'm going to let it go and trust that I'm doing everything that I can do. And the universe is going to weave its web and bring me exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. And when you get really good at it, the way things come, they never come exactly how you want it, but it will come exactly what you need. It will come right on time, and it will come in such a manner that there will be no way you can deny that it was God. I am dominating our leaderboard. I can't, because I've been making clips and stuff for my live, and I'm practicing, and I'm excited. I was already posting videos and stuff, and doing my lives, and I knew that I had to learn how to start clipping them, but I had to figure it out. And I'm still like my and these little things, the little side stuff for the videos need to come out, but I didn't know how to do that just yet. So I've been kind of working. So as I do it, and I do it, 10, 12 clips, and then I schedule them so that I'm trying to keep them so the shorts go a few times a day, and then a couple of smaller videos, and then my lives. Uh, but it's because these lives, a lot of people, when they're coming to watch them, if they're not here interacting, uh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's learning, right? And sometimes it's a lot, but as I'm going, it's becoming fun. And because the more that I'm learning it, I'm one of those people, I'm full on retarded at the beginning. You can't tell me nothing. I don't understand it. And I'm like, back it up one step at a time. I mean, baby, baby, baby step. And then, I'm like, okay, I know this part. I got this to a science. And then once I got the core, the basics, I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's try this. Because now I know that it's not going to take me 5 hours because I know how to do these steps. Now I'm like, oh, what would happen if I did that? What would happen if I did that? And then it's trial and error, right? Good, bad, ugly. But along the way, I find that I become more efficient at it. And it's pretty exciting, actually. Uh, I'm really excited to make for that music. I'm going to clip it out of my next video. I have to wait till the next day before I can do it, at least the next day, because it takes that long to process, I guess. But I'm going to clip it, and I'll do that right away. But the music, I'm stoked. Like, I want to make a video to do it, and then maybe I'll create like an intro or an outro, like for my lives using it, which is pretty cool. I'm learning. I'm slow, but I'm gonna get there. And that must be part of this. I feel like this is part of the Gemini thing too. It's not about punishing yourself. You're trusting. You're saying, okay, I am going to learn. I'm going to do this, just like I was talking about. And you're speaking it out, and you're actually doing it. And like I'm doing it too. I'm not a Gemini, but it just goes to show you when you do speak it out and you say, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to understand this, I'm going to put in the work to do it, it becomes easier and easier. And then it becomes more fun. And of course, the more you get better at it, you get more empowered. So what are you going to do? You're going to do more of it. It's just the same way. And if we apply it to uh, physically doing things the same way we apply it to doing our inner healing, to checking in, to giving ourselves self-love and all of the things that we need, to making that time, the exercise routine, the eating better, the less social media. When we learn to apply it like that in our lives, and do it exactly the way we do, learning something new, treat it the same way, the way we accomplish and move forward in things is just phenomenal. Did you know that you already got over 500? No, I didn't. I haven't checked. I was gonna check. I finally saw the leaderboard thing yesterday, but it's exciting. I'm already I don't know how long it took me to get to 250, but I'm like at 264 subscribers. So I got like 14 subscribers, and I don't know where they came from. And that's just in the last day or two. And it seems that every time I go live, I get a couple more subscribers. So my only goal well, I have many goals, so I'm not going to say my only goal, but the main goal is if I can get monetized this year. Uh, so I know I need to have 500 subscribers, but because my watch hours are still so low, but they are jumping up. So each one of my lives now are coming up like 13 hours. It's not a lot, but it is. Um, if you look at it from the perspective of people showing up, engaging, which is fantastic. So those interactions are fantastic. But when you're coming for the message, uh, like just watching the video, they're like, "Man, I don't want to hear that." So learning how to cut that out and for the videos that I post is great. I had to learn how to do that, but I'm starting to understand that those hours, the time that people are putting in, I'm starting to watch it slowly go up. And if I stay my subscribers, things like that, going slowly the way it is, then the watch hours are building at the same time. So what I'm hoping is it'll be just a steady, slow incline that will, by the time I have enough, I will be at enough for monetization too. And then that will be my perfect proof of my goal setting and the small actionable steps. Again, just me, I'm always testing myself, I guess. Yeah, slowly but surely. And that's all I can do. Uh, Faber Darrows, how are you? Welcome. I'm just talking about Gemini. Well, I was talking about learning and stuff too, but oh yeah, I have faith. I know I got this. And I know I got this because, like, the people that I have already connected with, the people that show up for my messages, that show up, that do the things like make music, that show up and connect and actually have these conversations with me. Um, they're those kind of people. You know, when you're around people that want to see you win, that you want to see win, it's just a win-win. And everything you do is a spiral of up, right? We're not putting people down. We're not competing. We're not comparing. We are helping when we can, giving that constructive criticism, helping learn these small things, doing what we can do to improve, not to hinder, not to judge, just to improve. Um, that's the community I want. I don't care if I get 1,000 subscribers and then no one shows up. I have people that show up when they can. And when those numbers get bigger, you know, people have lives, they have work, they have all these things. You can't hold on to that. But the people that do join and that do show up and do align with me want to see me win. Even if they can show up once a week, they're going to do it, and they're going to do it all the time because that's the people they are. Trini, she passed you already. Yep, I know time is against me, bro. What do you mean time is against you? Time is your friend. When they have this affirmation says, I know how to expand time when I'm inspired. You just have to remember that. You expand time and you do what you do. Uh, Time is not against you. It is your friend. You just have to learn to work with it. And you have tons of videos. I still have to go back. I'm trying to finish out Fairbrooks playlist. I did a whole bunch on Reds, and then I have to do Work, Play, Live, and Trini and Amaya's, and those are like my top ones that I want to get through. And then the rest of them, I'll just take it one or two at a time. But I had to boundary myself because I would have all my devices going and doing it, and then I couldn't keep up, and then I wasn't doing my work. So I had to only after work I can do it. I have school every day. I might as well have school every day. I have my workshops and all the things I'm learning. Plus, I'm still trying to build my business. And I built my programs, right? Like my free workshop is on Thursday morning, which is my first one, my 12-week program for the group clarity, emotional awareness, understanding, learning how to step forward and apply these things in your life. The group one and the one-on-one, that one starts June 22nd, but it's open. I had to build all that stuff in the background. And you can't just say and do something. You have to have checks and balances. You have to have a way to check in, a way to make sure these things are happening in a realistic manner, and a way to say, is this working? If it's not working, how can we pivot? Right? It's a lot of things. From next week for 6 weeks, I start internship cooking. Oh, good for you. That's a win. Oh, they're going to be oh my Lord. They're going to be upset. Just be careful. They're going to be upset because when you go in and they see all the cooking that you do and how amazing your stuff already is, they're going to be trying to compete with you. So they'll be telling you, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. So just don't let them get so. Understand when people do that high and mighty, I'm better than you kind of thing. It's because you make them scared. Don't ever take it personally. But I guarantee you, with what you do, going into a place like that, you're going to ruffle feathers. Be prepared for it. Don't be upset about it. Be prepared. keep your thick skin and just be you, 100% you. But just remember, and I mean that. I mean that with all my heart. When you do something and you do something naturally, people that have had to work really hard for it, uh, it can ruffle feathers. Just don't take it personally, and don't change who you are. Don't dim yourself down. Still be you. Because I promise you, that first initial, wanting to fit in and being worried and nervous, the first thing is to dim down. Don't do it. Be you, stay you, keep the smile, keep the way you are, because that's where you create change, right? I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you the heads up. It happens. I know I do it all the time. I ruffle people's feathers. Uh, I can't even imagine why, because I'm such a delicate flower. Well, it's just true. Sometimes you don't even know why you ruffled their feathers, but just never take it personally. A lot of times it's because they're in the comparison 10110. Okay, Spirit, I got you. Uh, just it's a new beginning. Things, places when they get nervous and worried, people start competing, and as long you people can't compete where they don't compare. Just remember that. All right. Back to this one. Nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language, multidimensional information, community coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone, and deeper listening. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken. This one's long. I'm just going to read the footnotes because this is talking about her synesthesia, and many people won't know what that is. Um, and those that do, it's just seeing in colors and it's a whole thing. But what it's saying is, I have a lot of information in my field, and yet my intelligence can't fathom it. So, and what that means, it's just better for me to explain it. You're pulling from the collective consciousness and you're seeing all this information. Direct example, when you see me trying to tell you things, and I'm like, yes, part of it's trauma brain. I fully admit that. Um, but it's also because I'm trying to find the words to lay it out so that it's easy for you to understand. I can understand it, I can see it, I can hear it, I can feel it in my body. Um, because when you're channeling, when you're pulling that information in, when you're asking for that information, you have to be able to receive it. And to be able to receive it, you can still be moving and doing the things. I used to get stuck. You have to be meditation. You have to be this. You don't. Your connection is your connection. And however it is, literally the way I talk to you right now, I'm talking to you, is the same way I talk to God. And when I ask those questions, I'm going to get those answers. That's why you see me sometimes and I pull a card and I giggle a little bit because it's like I saw the card in my head. I knew what was coming because I already knew what I was talking about and I knew it was going to come. But you can't verify that it's going to come. Sometimes they surprise me with something that's like the cherry on top, right? I'm not going to touch your message because you're giving the right message, but I'll add the cherry on top. And sometimes that's what it is. But whenever you see me giggle or you'll hear me, sometimes I blow my own mind because I saw it in my head. I literally could see the card, but trying to tell you, I see this card, you'd be like, what is she talking about? Especially for the people that are new, you wouldn't know. But when I see it and then it happens, it's that confirmation, not only to you guys confirming what I'm saying, but it's to me saying, yeah, like you got this. That connection and how you relay that information sometimes is hard to do because words aren't enough. So sometimes painting, writing poems, things like that is how you connect. That's why artists, especially, it's not always about writing, it's about what you're doing. Like, perfect example, work, play, live. Your whole network, the thing that you've created, um, the intention with that was to connect, to boost, to work together. There's so many amazing things that went into one little network, right? And you're still building it and learning and growing and all the things that are happening, but you can tell by what it was. Like you can't possibly give us all that information in just one sentence, in one thing, even though you've given us all the tools. And each time you go in, you can see that there's a new tool, and it's like, wow, I could do this too, I can do that too. So but you couldn't possibly lay it out in just one sentence or in just one little talk, right? So but the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, it's there, right? And it's accessible, but it's just not a one sentence thing. And sometimes the way things come through are just like that. It's not a one sentence thing. And sometimes you have to understand to get to that space, to co create, to communicate, to speak those things, you have to focus, reel it in, and find a way to bring it to so everyone can understand, which is so, it sounds so complicated, and sometimes it can be. But at the end of the day, when you pause and you give yourself that minute, even if it's the and if you wait for it for that moment, it's going to come out. It's not, I'm not reading off a script, right? You're not reading off a script. You created a whole bunch of things. So you could literally pull up the information. Me, I don't have anything to read from. So now I have to hear, listen, and sometimes I do it with ringing ears, literally the message coming, and it's ringing so hard. I'm like, okay, you want to slow down? I don't know what it is. I have to process that, take it in, and then relay it, right? And if I read all this, the synesthesia would confuse it, but it's how it relates to you. You do it through programs and systems and networks, and the things you create. I do it through cards. Trini does it through food. It's our own way of explaining it, understanding it. And Gemini is learning to figure out what that is. How do I communicate that? How do I share that with others? How do I tell the universe what it is that I want and then allow them to come back? And you're not worried or scared about it anymore. You're trusting in it. And you know that as long as I keep appreciating me and showing up, it's going to keep happening and it's just going to keep flowing. And then it's just that constant cycle. Like I can ask you at any given moment, work, play, live, about the app. I can ask you about this, and you're going to go da 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 da. Here's the answer, da da da. No questions asked because you know it forward, backward, right? Trini, I can ask you about your recipes and this, and you can go da 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 da, and you can lay it all out. It's the same thing. And what's happening is in the process of learning and understanding that, you're starting to trust. Okay, I may not have all the words, I may not have all the answers, but I understand. And now I know if I start communicating what I know, eventually the universe is going to help me refine the message, right? Right. And what you created, you didn't create it, I want to be a millionaire. You created it with an intention of connecting others, helping others learn and grow in a way that was less complicated, right? It's still a learning curve, but it's less complicated. The intention wasn't, I'm going to be a millionaire today. The intention was, I want to help others. I see the struggles. I've been maneuvered through these struggles. I understand how complicated it can be and why people give up. And I don't want to see people give up. Eventually, yes, I'll make money from it. Eventually, things are going to come through. But that's because your intention and your focus on it was to serve, to help, to grow, to build, right? Trini, your videos, the things you do, your food, all of the things you create, they're amazing. They're funny. The music is the words, they're absolutely beautiful. They're aligned with the people and who they are. You see the person the um, behind the channel, right? Just like Red, when he's doing his interviews. That's what he does. He's not trying to say, here's your channel, connect, because you can just do that. He says, I want to see who you are, right? And that's the difference. That's your specialty. That's what you're good at. And when you start to learn and trust that, you may not know all of the things. When you created the app, you didn't know all it was going to be. You just knew what you wanted to do and why. And because of that, it's going to excel far beyond even what you can even comprehend at this moment. It may take a little bit of time, slow grow, but I don't think it's going to be as slow as you think. I think it's going to go, right? Just give it time, right? Right. That's what I'm saying. You learn from your own struggles. And instead of letting it beat you down and make you say, oh, the hell is it? I don't want to do this anymore. You said, if I'm having these struggles, somebody else in the world is too. It can't just be one other person, many, many people. And wouldn't you know, as you started to build it, oh my God, they're struggling with this too. You're struggling with that. Oh, I struggle with that too. And you found ways to maneuver around it to help other people do it in an easier manner. That's why it's going. When I said you're going to be, I hope you make millions, I wasn't being funny. And I think you're going to, I think it's not even going to be that far off. I think in about a year, you're going to be coming back on. Girl, you weren't lying. Just saying. Just saying. Um, 1122 is the angel number for my Geminis. What time is it? Okay, I'm still good. Great shift, transformation, spiritual awakening, manifestation. By the way, that's what you did, is you manifested this. Even though you had to build it and grow it, it came from an idea. Came from nowhere. It came from an idea, a need, something that you could help and fix. And you knew you could do better. There's a better way. You manifested it. That's exactly what you did. Unity, alignment, fulfillment, and expansion. Get ready for that. First, acknowledge the positive changes unfolding as a result of your hard work. Then, open your mind to new possibilities and allow yourself to explore new avenues. Many positive shifts are on the horizon. The world around you is aligning with your intentions, supporting your growth and dreams. Start seeing that number everywhere. I'm telling you, 11113 on there. It was 2 when I said it, but again, that's balance, stable foundations, duality. Gemini, that's finding the balance. I talk about it all the time. I sound like a broken record sometimes, but I promise the reason I do is because if you say, man, I hear it so often, but you'll start noticing it and you start seeing it and you're like, holy crap, she's right. And this does align with this. And this does connect here. How does that weird web weave connecting like this? That's the universe doing its magic. And when you speak it and you co-create and you tell it exactly what you need and you don't micromanage, you continue doing what you're doing, the universe will bring every opportunity you could ever possibly want right to your door. You just have to keep doing what you know, learning and growing along the way, and trusting. That's it. And that's what you're doing. Got a call yesterday, and the person was saying the same thing to you about expanding, right? About what it's going to be. Was it a business person? I'm not a business person. I have my own business, but I'm not a business person. But I saw it. You already know. I've been excited right from the get go. It was a business person. That means I'm right. I'm just laughing because I'm not a business person, but I got excited because I saw the intention. I didn't. It's not about the money. Well, for you, it's going to be right, but it's not about the money. It's about I saw what you were doing, why you were doing it, and even if I didn't understand all of it, I still don't understand all of it. But it's exciting, and I'm starting to see all of the ways, like the way you put in video and your little extra tools in there. I clicked in there, and even though I don't understand it all yet, you make it easy for us to go and find the things to do and play with it and just learn, right? So, hi, Kay, how are you? I'm so glad that was a business person. Uh, instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. You didn't let fear stop you. Gemini, you're not letting fear stop you. You're getting ready for the great shift. And you see that, the great shift. That's exactly what it means. Hey, new friend. How are you, Kay? Don't forget, tomorrow's the workshop. So it starts at 10 a.m. I don't know what time you have. It might be early for you. No, you're later than me. It'll be later. You're later than me. Don't forget that. It starts at 10, but I'm really excited. And then there'll be a link there so you can print it or download it. But I have a whole, I don't want to say questionnaire, but it's a little thing to take notes for yourself and something that you can use on a regular basis. I'm not sure how many people signed up. There's only 1 or 2, I think, so far, but it's my first one. So I'm 121. Yes, 12:21. So it's only 1 hour. So it'll be 11 o'clock, I think, your time. That's Kay. She's amazing. I love her to pieces. Libra. What time is it? 1:14. Let's do 1:15. I was just talking about all the things I'm learning along the way. And with all your videos and your lives too, have you checked out Launchpad yet? That's okay. That's why you came in, and that's why I could remind you. We're getting unstuck. And, it's not about, like, there's many things that I can do to help others, but it's more about you seeing how I can help you. Because when you see that I can actually help you and help others all the time, you start to trust and understand. And even if it's not for you, you're going to see people along the way and you're going to say, oh, I know she could help them with that. She could help them. And then word of mouth is always, always, always going to be the strongest motivation, the strongest sales in the whole world. And there's nothing you can do. Anastasia, oh, I love you guys so much. Welcome, Wemuyu. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm just starting on Libra. Do I have any Libras in the building? I'm a Libra rising. I'm a Leo sun and I'm a Scorpio moon. So when I tell you all about that justice, transformation, and fire, I'm a walking struggle, not struggle. I'm a walking work in progress of finding balance and achieving it, which we have to laugh about that. I know life, and we have to adjust. It's a constant maneuver of adjust, move, pivot, pause, and then continue going. So, right. And when you learn how to do it, that's why the tools are so important. They come like breathing, it just happens. And when you've done that, you've mastered life because no matter what the struggle is, you're going to overcome it. And I think that's what the theme of Libra is going to be. For one who finds joy within the self, rests satisfied within the self, and whose life is dedicated to self realization. I can't believe I was talking about this as I shuffled this card out. Uh, whose life is dedicated to self realization, there remains nothing further for that person to accomplish. Once you've mastered yourself, there's nothing you can't accomplish. You don't have to accomplish anything else. But our life, we could not live without accomplishing things because of our drive, our empowerment, our confidence, the things that we do so well, and the things that we don't do well, we don't stop till we do them well. So, like, that's just who we are. How has your quality of life improved since you began your self care journey? Oh, I could tell you some stories. Reflect and celebrate your progress. And if you don't believe me, go to a year back this time, like literally a year ago, and watch some of my videos. You can see the struggle, you can see the trauma, you can see the things that I went through. I'm not promoting going to see trauma, but what I'm saying is you can see the difference. You can see the things I had to go through, and you can see how much I've built and how far I've come. This has been years in progress. It wasn't just 1 year. But if you go and you look at that 1 year difference and see the difference, you can only imagine the stuff that I had to go through the years prior. It would just make your whole head blow up. It makes my head explode sometimes. I'm like, have I really come this far? Um, and it's not a bad thing. It's a celebratory thing, man. And I don't stop. And you know what? Some people said to me, especially with my daughter, with the struggles that she has, she's like, many people have said it to me actually. Look how far you came with zero people helping you, slipping through the cracks, not getting a fair shot at any step of the game. Look how far you came on your own. Imagine how far you could have went if you had just one person helping you, one person guiding you, one person helping you learn. And that almost broke me, to be honest, because I was like, that's heartbreaking, but it's so friggin' true. Um, and it was so wild to just actually be seen for what I had done. And that's why when I talk about these workshops, the programs, the healing, the advocating for yourself, the showing up, I fight so hard for it because I didn't have that person. Man, when I tell you I want to be that person for you, I want to help people along the way, I want to empower people, and I want to celebrate your wins. And I want to do that. And I don't care if it's for one people or 1,000 people, because at the end of the day, I didn't have that. Now I'm starting to get that. Look at the people that show up for me. Look at the amazing people that show up for me now. I'm starting it. That's a win all day long. And I want to make sure I'm that person for people when they feel lost along the way. And it's not always like you're completely lost, you're stuck, you don't know where to go, you don't know how to find the answer. I'm going to be that person, and I will spend my whole life doing that. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, one person helps you, one gives you that little inspiration. You stop in for a little dose of love, a little dose of strength and empowerment, and you move along your day, then I'm winning, right? You're winning, I'm winning, and God is not going to let me fall because I'm making great strides and I'm helping people. I'm speaking their greatness into this world until they know how to speak it for themselves. And I'll speak it for you nonstop. That's who I am, and that's what I love to do. So that's exciting. There's pleasure in the pathless woods. This is the self care, and I love it. Spend some time thinking about a part of your life that is yet to be planned out. That's every single day from here on out. Remind yourself that to have an adventure ahead is a gift, and your life is full of possibility. When you get to a point where you overcome so many things and you learn how to come back to it every time, you can find the balance. By the way, Libra, balance, justice, that's like, that is the epitome of what Libra is. So when you learn to find that balance and trust in yourself, there's no question, there's no fear, there's no anything that can hinder you because you just already know, okay, I'm a little out of balance today. I don't feel great. I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm feeling worried. I'm worrying about something that's a week away. Why? Okay, check yourself. Come back to center. It's a week away. Are you prepared? Have you done the work? Is everything ready to go? Why are you nervous? Right? Those things, those little things, those questions just bring you back into balance and say, I'm literally trying to psych myself out for something that I know, like breathing. And that's when you start checking yourself, you're not checking yourself like, that's so stupid. Why are you doing that? You're checking yourself and saying, okay, let's have a little reality check. I had my moment where I'm getting all out in the stars and the worried and all the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and I don't know what to do. And oh my God, I'm starting to get nervous because we're letting our mind run. The moment we do that, we say, okay, I see you. The leash has gone too far. Come back. This is your restrictions. You're not allowed to think like that. We're not worried about the future. We're not stressing over the past. We're staying focused in the present because here and now I am safe. Here and now I can control. Hi, Anastasia. I love you so much. That's 2 days in a row. Thank you so much. You're so good to me. I miss you too. I got to get to your live. You should be in bed. It's late for you. I love you so much. Thank you for coming. I'm fantastic. Truly, I am. 122, 123 on the clock. You know what that means? It's progression, right? It's constant progression. We're living in evolution. Capricorn, accomplishment. Okay, Libra, you're starting to understand. Accomplishment. Scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. Once you trust yourself, you know how to communicate. You know that once you've mastered your thoughts, how you perceive them, your emotions, you validate them, process them, let them go, take the silver lining, learn the lessons. What do? You hit those mountains, you're already on the other side of it, and you're like, what the hell happened? You got to look back and celebrate those accomplishments. Hey, Anna, thank you so much for the advice. Oh, Anna, she's the one who told me too. But she's not the only one. When I tell you, these people are amazing with the help, the ideas, the empowerment, the way they show up, just like this. It's amazing. We're in a time right now because I don't know what it was back in the day, but I know from other areas of my life, when you started to do well at something or you were just learning, people were kick you while you're down. They were, I'm not going to help you. It's not my problem. Figure it out on your own. And the difference here is the people want to help you. They want to share with you. They want to lift you up, not out of greed or competitiveness, but because they know, they recognize the struggle because they had to do it too. Right. So instead of them saying, I want to see you go through the struggle, I've been through that struggle and I want to share that with you. That's what I say when I say we're aligning with our people. We're with people that have the same mindset, the same thought process as we do. I'm happy to hear that. Amen. We all grow together. We work, we share, we grow, and each one teach one and pay it forward are what I live by in life. Literally what I live by. Pay it forward. Even if you're teaching somebody and you're not sure if you're ever going to get it back, never worry. It's coming back. It may not be from that person. It's going to come back from a pay it forward from some random stranger at some crazy time when you just needed it, when you needed it the most. You have to trust in that, and it will always come to pass. I promise. All right, for my Libras that are learning their accomplishments, they're learning to celebrate them. They're learning to start planning out things. You're starting to trust that it's okay. You're learning to water your garden. I love this one. This is, well, of course I would love this one. This is all about what I talk about. Hold on. Angel number 120, which breaks down to 3, which is your spirituality, alignment. Beautiful. What did I say? 113. 113. 120. It was too many numbers I added in my head. 118, 120. There we go. I read these. Yes, like the people. Do you notice it too, Anastasia? Like the people that we go, Wanga lady, hello, how are you? Do you notice it in the people, the people that we have show up for us, the way people show up? Like it's 1000%. It's you can feel it. You can feel the energy. You can see it in the way people show up. Like you just know that the people that show up for you are the ones that support you, care about you, and want to see good things in your life. And it's so different from what it was before, which is it's exciting. Every time I get new subscribers, I want to go check out their stuff. I want to see what they're doing. I want to celebrate their wins. I don't know how many times a day I write congratulations on somebody's thing, even just for their subscribers, for their views. That's an achievement, and every single one should be celebrated. Water your garden. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being. Cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel. Libra's learning balance. To take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Even if you're winning all the time, right? You have to slow down. You can't stay on go. You can still keep expanding, keep growing, but if you don't rest, you're going to burn out, and that is not okay. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well being and put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there's urgent things that simply can't wait. I do that all the time and I give myself trouble all the time. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes? To rest, restore, and rejuvenate. When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day, or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover. When you find yourself running on your reserves, there's enough time. Life will bend toward you when you do. What is your body yearning for? Rest. When you're working hard and you're going, whether it's your lives, all of the things, that's why I only do my lives for these. I don't come on all the time. And the reason I do it, I come on with just the lives is because I want to teach the information. I want to share how I can help you and then get off. And the reason is I don't want to exhaust you and I don't want to exhaust me. I want to get the information out. I also recognize that I have a life and a business and a child and all the things that I need to do. And then I still have to fit me time in there. And I can bet pretty much every single one of us, the idea of me time is almost scary. You know what? 5 minutes to my brain to shut it off, which sometimes seems almost impossible because, especially if you're doing it by yourself, especially if you're doing it with no help, it can get crazy. Libra, you're starting to understand you're going to burn out. You're starting to say, okay, if I just make a little time for me, and it does take time. And I'm sure you've probably had to burn out many, many times before you learned your lesson because just like anything else, you got to walk through that fire. But learning how to do it, and even if it's, I'm going to take 5 minutes, okay, I can't take 5 minutes. I'm going to take 3 minutes here. I'm committed to it. I'm scheduling it, and I'm going to shut my brain off. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to run around the block or dance, put on a song and dance for 5 minutes. I'm going to go jump on my rebounder. I'm going to sit with this snack first, and I'm not going to touch my phone. I'm not going to listen to anything. You know, these little small things that you take that time to do for yourself, that you commit to. The same way you have an appointment on the wall, all your scheduled things, you add yourself into that schedule. You schedule it. I know it seems cheesy, but I'm not kidding. On my wall of schedules, on my things to do, there is a me time reset, a movement burst, 5 minute meditation. Because no matter what's going on, I need to make sure I can get out of the chaos. I can allow myself space and I can do something silly, funny, and not worry that my whole world is going to fall apart. I can't do whole days off yet. I have to build by myself. But I can do 3 minutes. I can do 5 minutes. I can say, okay, I'm going to go sit outside and watch my kid play and not worry about anything else. It's balance, right? It doesn't have to be perfectly perfect. It's the intention, the idea, and the amount of time you can consistently be present in the here, in the now, where none of that crap matters, right? And it takes time and it takes practice. And Libra, you're learning balance. Balance is hardest thing to achieve, and the first thing when things start to go awry is the first thing to go out of whack, right? Balance is the first thing that and the first thing to go when things start to go out of whack is what? Your systems, your meditation, your health, your exercise, your diet, whatever it is, the first thing to go. Libra, you're learning that can't, it cannot, because then your cup gets empty. That's why I say all the time, fill your cup first. Show up for you, make sure you're doing okay, and then you share and give from the overflow. You have the rest, the love, all the things you need. It takes time to find that balance, and the balance is going to change daily. Sometimes I don't have the capacity to do anything. Sometimes I'm supposed to do this uh, techie stuff and all like or numbers and all that stuff and I don't want to do it. But it's okay. I'm gonna go play on YouTube Create because that inspires me. It makes me giggle. It makes me happy. And I balance it. Okay, you had some playtime. Now go do, 1 hour of numbers, whatever you gotta do, get it all together. Now go back and play for a minute, right? Like learning how to make things fun time because even that playtime is beneficial to my business, but it brings me joy. It lights me up. It's fun. And it's not because I can't always do the nothing, because when you have to do it by yourself, you still have to pick up after your kid, feed your kid, spend time with your kid, love your kid, and do all the things. So there is no real time off. Okay, single parents know that all too well. But learning to find that balance and what it is that brings you joy, and you're still moving your business and your things forward, uh, that's a kind of balance that it cannot be taught. It has to be learned, and you're learning it. And you're understanding that that capacity shifts at any given moment, and the only thing that must remain is that you come first. You're learning that to keep that balance. I have to understand my capacity. Today I may only have this in me, but tomorrow I'm going to have this. So what happens? That balances out. Priorities first. Priority, everything else after. That's balance. Warrior woman. This is my favorite one. We got a lot of people starting to understand the warrior isn't always just fight, war, war, war. Uh, it's making space, creating space. Angel number 56. which is 11, which is 2, which is balance. Oh, look, it's right there. You are here for a reason. You're being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering the call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." My favorite line. But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. Pardon me. So if you're feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears as this light that as uncomfortable, in this light, then as uncomfortable, sorry, my reading is horrid, as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Have you answered your deepest calling? When you find that balance, you can see, you can trust. And by the way, that fear dissipates because in finding balance, you also come to find out, oh, I've already overcome this. Oh, I've already learned this. I know how to do this. Oh, I don't really know how to do this, but look at all the other things I've overcome. As long as I keep myself in the priority, as long as I make sure that I'm doing okay, I'm checking in, I'm doing all the things, I know I can overcome it. If it's a struggle, if it's a learning curve, okay, then I learn it slowly in the background as I'm doing all my other things. I just intentionally make a little bit of time for it. You're learning how to trust that because you find the balance here. That's a hard one war. People think all the time, like people that do meditation and all of that stuff, sometimes even they don't recognize. They have all of this amazing stuff, the knowledge, the wisdom, but just like everything else, we tend to not take our own advice. Or when things get chaotic, when we're busy, we're growing, we're expanded, first thing that goes is all the things we teach. And I know because sometimes I got to check myself on a regular basis. Hey, what's happening here? So it's not something, I'm not just making it up. It's really important that you find the balance and you are learning that. Look at a time for healing. You're always healing, you're always growing. But there also is an understanding that I'm not going to live my life caught in the healing trap where I must heal all of this. Because you know what happens? You learn there comes a stage where you get to release a lot of things, even if you don't have all the understanding. Some things are not meant to know, and you can just let it go like that. Because when the time comes that it's time to know, it will be shown to you. And when it will be shown to you, you go, okay, I'll take this time now. I'll make time for that, but because it's necessary and because now I understand what it means. And as you're going, that's a whole difference than worrying, staying stuck in the I must heal, I need to heal, I need to understand, because that's a loop that makes you feel like I'm not ready to continue doing something. I'm not ready to move forward because I haven't healed this. No, sometimes the healing is in the moving forward. And again, that's the balance, learning how to check in, right? I'm checking in. Do I feel okay doing this? Yep. Okay. Am I a little scared to do that? Yep. But if I step forward, am I still feeling good? Am I in over my head? Is there something I can learn? You know how to do those check ins. That's the balance, right? And you're learning that in doing that, you get to celebrate your achievements. Celebrating your achievements is a big, big deal. Throat chakra, speaking your greatness, however it may be. Sing your song, think your thoughts. Oh, one more. There it is. Also, angel number 7, your connection with spirit. Express your truth. Expression, communication, your own creative language, sharing your spirit, accepting your originality, truth, authenticity. This chakra is the origin of expression. It is the source of the life spark that inspires our aliveness and stokes the creative fires in others. This is the outer sharing of our inner being, the glowing song of our soul, on the winds of our flight to understanding more of who we are. Connect to the crux of your potential and take it further than you could have imagined. As spirit fuses into the tangible, it actualizes as a platform for greater experience, and new facets are sculpted, seated and shared as a fractal of light in the form of our own unique language. Be truthful with yourself about how you are really feeling. If you always act in integrity and follow your heart centered truth, some unhealthy connections or aspects of your life may fall away, and you will be in complete alignment with your path. In this way, your internal psychic navigation system will become strengthened, your purpose will be clear, and you will inspire others through the sparkle of your deep inner knowing. When you speak your greatness, your body must follow, right? It's just the way it is. And you start aligning, and speaking it also allows the universe, it's testing your commitment. It's showing you, telling the universe, I'm here, I'm showing up every day, I'm doing the work. And you're not just saying it, your actions are showing it. And that means commitment to yourself, finding that balance. And you're doing that. You're actually doing it. And where's the other one? I put it away already and I shouldn't have. But it was the accomplishments, like it's right at the top. It was your accomplishments. You're starting to understand every little win, every time you choose balance, every time you choose you, and every time you hit one of those little milestones, whatever it may be, you're closer to your big ones. And the more closer you get, the more excited you get. It's okay to be excited. There's nothing wrong with that. Be proud. Not so proud that you're never going to learn and you don't listen to others, but proud enough to say, I did that. And I showed up for myself. And I found the balance. I didn't have to throw myself under the bus or walk all over myself to get here. I didn't step on others. I didn't do, and I did it with integrity. I did it exactly the way that I wanted to do it. And I'm proud of that. And you deserve to be proud of that. Celebrate every single accomplishment. Don't care what it is, and you're learning that. And that's exciting. I love that. Libras finding the balance. They're finding the balance. Look, clarity. 5, 5, 5, 5. Transformation, change, opportunity, momentum, process, success, adaptability, and achievement. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a beneficiary, enriching your life experience. By embracing and adapting to change, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Trust that everything is unfolding for the best. You are achieving your goals and everything will work out perfectly in the end. 5, 5, 5, 5. Remember, get present. What's going on around you? What were you thinking? Those are the things that matter. You're learning to celebrate your accomplishments. And every time you celebrate just a little bit, every little one, you get more clarity on the next one's coming. You get more clarity on what you want. You know how to define it so you can speak it to the universe. So you can speak it to yourself and stand up and follow accordingly. That's a win. That kind of balance uh, takes many people years and years and years. And I'm no I started late in life. Some people are very lucky and they have very balanced friends and family um, that help them along the way. But for those that don't, you're not too late. You're just on time, and it doesn't matter where you came from in the and what stage you're in. You're exactly on time. I promise you. The universe is showing up for you, and whatever's meant for you will always come back to you. So you never have to worry. This one is I bring peace with me wherever I go. I love that one. And that's something that I want to affirm every single day. Libras, when you find that balance, you're calm. You're not in chaos. You're not in anxiety or fear or worry or any of the things. You're balanced. You're happy. You're peaceful. So what happens? People are directly aligned. They're going to start, you're magnetic, right? People start coming near you because you're a safe space. They don't have to worry about you freaking out. It always does that. Sorry, guys. We got to start keeping these under 2 hours. I think just because, for whatever reason, YouTube does this. Then it kicks out and my volume gets all weird, so I apologize. I'm gonna start remembering to do that. I don't know why it does that, but also the next one was I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. When you follow that guidance and you find that balance, it's a lot easier to trust your intuition because you know it's not coming out of fear, it's not coming out of need, it's coming out of excitement, out of curiosity, out of clarity, from understanding. And that's a really good space to be. I'm really excited. There's a lot of transition, and I think for all of my air signs, it seems like you're all finding the balance and each one are in your own stage of the balance. Oh, I better be careful or my phone's going to die. Lots going on today. There we go. Hi again. Let's see if it works. It says reconnecting, so I don't know if it actually disconnects or not. But learning to find that balance, learning to trust your intuition is something that didn't come by. You didn't come by easily. It was a I don't want to say a chore, but it was a task, and it was something that you had to show up and commit to the same way you showed up and committed to your work, to your appointments, to all the things. And I think each air sign in your own way, you're finding that balance. Libra, I think you're actually to the point where you've kind of mastered it, which is, and that doesn't mean that you're always going to be balanced, but you know how to come back to it. You know how to check yourself. You know how to check in, prioritize yourself and what you need, and even in the smallest of ways, whether it's a 20-minute bubble bath to just quiet your mind and dream, like my abundance bath soak that I make on my website. No matter what it is, whatever it is you're doing, taking that time for you, whatever it is, allows you to dream, create, and now you know how to bring it to earth with the action steps, with how you behave, how you put yourself first. That is a big step. Libra mastered it. Gemini and Aquarius, you're not far behind though. You're learning to find that, create that safe space, figure out what it is, and whatever that is for you, whether it's a little artist studio, whether it's just going to sit by a tree for a half hour a day, it doesn't matter what it is. You're learning that in finding that little space for yourself, you have a space to create, to learn, to grow, to share. And you know that when you're doing it from the heart, your intention is always to help others, right? And it usually almost always comes from some struggle that you've had before. And when you look at it from that and you go into anything that you're doing with the intention of helping others, not the intention of making thousands of dollars and not caring about anything, the intention of helping others, the money will follow. It will always follow. But you're going to have your commitment tested. You're going to have to learn to find balance because when things get busy and they get chaotic, you got to remember that at the end of the day, that time has to be for you. Because if not, all of the commitments, all of the things you've built and expanded into are going to fizzle and burn out because you don't have enough light, enough power, enough stamina to keep them going because you spread yourself so thin. Doesn't mean you can't do 20 different things. You just have to learn to stagger them, to maneuver them, to manipulate them to where I can do it, where it fits in my schedule that allows me the space to still be me and do what it is that I love, how I feel, show up for myself, check in and spend that time with myself and my family, right? You have to create those boundaries to protect that stuff. And that's what you guys have been doing. You're learning it. Libra is I think at the point of mastering it. Aquarius and Gemini, you're right up there. You're figuring it out, but you want to do my dishes? I hate dishes. I shouldn't say that. I have a dishwasher and I never use it. So saying I hate dishes is kind of nuts. And it's only me and Grace, so really how much dishes do we have? Some days though, that kid makes so many dishes. One of these days she's gonna do them for me. Welcome back. I'm almost done anyway. I got to get ready to go get my kiddo. She's got an eye doctor's appointment. I have my workshop tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Uh, which is Pacific time. So I don't know where that is for everyone else. But if you go to my website, creativeliguided.ca, you can sign up for it there, or the links in almost all of my video descriptions. The link is in there, and I believe in my bio, it's also there. It's the last call for it, so go sign up. It's just ideas to empower you, how to get you unstuck, how to use things. And by the way, it's not just about small little tools. The idea is that when you come in, you're telling me what it is you want to do, where you are at it, and I can help you find the next possible action step. So it's not just about me telling you a tool. Yes, you'll learn how to figure that out for yourself as I give you the tools, but it's also me helping you saying, oh, well, here's a couple possibilities that you could do that would work really well. And when I tell you I'm really good at that, I'm resourceful, resilient, beyond measure. My knowledge and my ability to research and look things up and understand them um, exceeds expectations. So, uh, if you want, go sign up for it. It will be amazing. I look forward to seeing everybody there. I will be on tomorrow for the we did water, earth, air. Tomorrow will be the fire signs. That's my uh, Aries, Leo, Sag. That will be tomorrow. And then I still have one more live to do. I have to do the Alchemy of Motion. That will be the end of the week. We're slowly but surely getting there. And lots of work coming up, lots ahead. I'm going to give a little bit of break. I think over the summer will be just my lives and my teachings and a lot of clippings. But over the summer, I wanted to really build out my business program so that we're learning how to use our personal authority for our business, right? To make sure those checks and balances. Um, because the way I teach it and the way I ask people to check and the balances, it's like a risk assessment. But the way that I do it is if you have checks and balances from an ethical standpoint, from an intuitive, from a caring standpoint, you never get to legal. You never ever get to legal because you've checked in, you've done the things. Sometimes, yes, it's covering your ass, but other times it's saying, hey, when I want this done to me, is there a way that I can make sure that this doesn't happen? So, are you cooking pork today? He better be. But it's just one of those things that in the checks and balances, we don't allow systemic harm. We don't allow things to, because it's not always because people choose to do bad things. It's from people letting things slide. It's from people saying, oh, I'll do this later. But sometimes things are important. And if you just do them in the moment, it will save you all kinds of headaches along the way. So there's lots of other cool stuff coming. But for now, this is what I have for my air signs. And Libra will be, I mean, Libra, fire signs will be tomorrow. And that's what I got. I got to get my kiddo and get ready for, I don't know what is going on. Sorry, I got notifications. And after, I don't know what it is, but after the 2 hour mark, it kind of makes my volume and everything weird. So I'm going to do my best to try and keep these under 2 hours. But I'll be back tomorrow for the fire signs. I love you guys. I appreciate you for showing up. And keep your eye out. I'll make sure I tag you in it, Trini. No matter what, I want to see if I can get this video. May take me a few days. I've been really maneuvering it and learning the prompts that work too. Nah, bro, that was yesterday. Did you make a video yesterday? I need to go check. Update. Okay. Did you do a video of it or were you just cooking? Because if you did a video, I gotta go check. I have notifications on for everybody and I don't friggin' get them and I don't know why. And I'm not a fan. I don't like it. All right, I gotta get off here. I gotta get ready to go get my kiddo. Oh, my premiere is tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Can you tag us in them? Because I have notifications and I just don't get them. He cooked it yesterday, but the premiere from it is tomorrow. Yeah? I know I gotta cook today. I watched Windstone and I drooled the whole time. So sad. I can cook good, but it's not the same. When you watch people cooking, when you watch people cooking like that, and you're like, man, I just don't want to cook that. I don't want to do it. I just want somebody to cook me. It's not because I don't like cooking. It's because I'm tired. I'm just tired sometimes. You do? So how come I don't? Maybe I do. I just haven't figured it out yet. While I'm here, I'm gonna go check because I'm in. Maybe. Yep. Okay. Because it's got to be in settings or something. Oh, Goga's live too. I don't know how to. I saw the thing that said raid others, but you have to have StreamYard and stuff for that, right? How do I check notifications? Back to Hub. Because I don't think I get notifications, or I haven't noticed them, which is weird. Creator network. Is there a settings part? Like I can see that I'm live. Oh, he's not live anymore. But it doesn't show me where I can get notifications. Total clicks, 541 clicks. Cool. I see that. Oh, I'm number 8 on the. What? I'm number 8 on something. The apps and notification. Oh, because I don't have no Telegram, so I should probably. I have WhatsApp. Will it send it through that, or is it? I don't know how that works. I don't know. So if it's through Telegram, I can download Telegram, I think. Is it the same as WhatsApp or is it only I have to check. I had Telegram, but I was always getting spam stuff and that was driving me nuts, so I just deleted it. But it's different for a notification. That was weird. My phone just told me suspicious activity with the internet. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll download Telegram. Does it connect to here? Like, does it connect to the app itself? Because otherwise, I don't get. But I'm number 8 on something on the leaderboard. I think number 8. You're ranked number 8 based on your total clicks. Okay, I got you. Leaderboard. Oh, I see what you mean by number 1. I thought you meant. I understand now because I didn't. I was looking at two separate things. No, where was it? Back to the hub. Now I can't even find it. I get lost doing this. Creators. No, it wasn't the leaderboard though. It was something else. Creator network. Sign into your dashboard. Yeah, that was it. So it said number 8 there. Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. But at number 1, I was like, I'm not number 1. I'm number 8. But still, I see what you're saying now. There's two different things, but it's very cool. Once I could get on here and start messing around all day. I have the most videos. Yeah, that's because I made a lot of clips. There'll be a week or two where I'm down because I do a lot of it, so I schedule it out. Um, and I'm learning how to break it down because I want to kind of like the distractions and stuff are cool. Like I love the lives because I get to connect. But when people are looking for the message, they're like, "Listen, lady, stop talking to other people and just give me what I need to know." And I understand that because I can be like that sometimes too. So I try to make it as streamlined as possible. And now that I'm learning how to actually cut and edit a little bit, slowly, not perfectly, but I'm starting to get them out. I'm clipping them in smaller, easy to digest pieces, which I think is better. It's a little more content, but they're short, so I don't think they don't help me on watch hours or anything, but they are getting out there and letting people see what I do. Um, and little bursts of empowerment are good for everybody. So I don't there's nothing wrong with it in the way I look at it. But I'm slowly getting there. Learning curve, it is what it is, and we go from there. I better get off here or I'm gonna be late to get my kid. I was almost late yesterday. Get out of control. I appreciate y'all. I will be on tomorrow for the fire signs. Have the best day, and there'll be more clips coming because I've got a whole page that I gotta edit and get them up there. But I'm getting there. Have a good day. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.